All right, so hopefully you guys love the intro you guys just saw. Those are all shot with the Panasonic S1H. That was a wedding we just shot last week, and I want to cover up on this camera and why I think it is the ultimate wedding camera. There was a lot of things that I experienced through this wedding that we shot, as well as an engagement video that we did, and I want to cover up on it. It's 5 reasons why I think it's just the ultimate wedding camera. Besides it not being great for autofocus, if you guys don't care about autofocus, then this camera is gonna be the right camera for you guys. So let's just get started.
You're my sunshine every morning, light up every moment, make my every dream come true.
Let's get started on the first important thing when it comes to any camera. I think for any video that you're doing, specifically for weddings, because we're in and out all over the place, and that is dynamic range. If you guys are looking for a camera, as myself, there's times where you guys are shooting, outside in the harshest light possible, and as we all know, when it comes to weddings, you want to expose for the wedding dress. So the S1H does a great job at that. If you want to expose for the skin tones and also get the wedding dress, the way I go about it is I'm able to expose for the bride and groom, and in post you're able to bring down the highlights to get the information back on the dress. So dynamic range, when it comes to this camera, it is a big key, and this is one of the reasons why I will tell you guys to jump on the S1H when it comes to weddings. All right, so the second benefit, and this is the reason why I wanted to make this video in regards to the Panasonic S1H, is an experience that I had in this past wedding that I shot. No camera would have got the same exact shot as I did with the S1H, and that is when we were done with the intimate shots, we went all the way back to their house, and as we got back to the house, they got there the same time. I started seeing all their families put their hands up together, and from a distance I saw that the bride and groom was gonna run through the middle. I didn't have much time. I told my girl, I'm gonna get outside, I'm gonna go run, and I'm just gonna go grab the shot. As you guys are watching, everything was handheld, and the IBIS is a game changer when it comes to weddings. The shot, if you guys tell me, it looks like it's on a gimbal. Obviously not the first part where I'm running and everything is all jittery and whatnot, but as soon as I stable myself and I started backing up with them, the shot looked like it's on a gimbal. I don't think there's any camera out there that's gonna give you that quality and that IBIS like the S1H. If you guys shoot a lot of weddings, you guys know a lot of things happen without us even thinking. There's a lot of things that are not planned, and everything's always all over the place when it comes to weddings. Despite whatever coordinator is there, there's always things that can happen that you want to capture. In this type of scenario, obviously I couldn't get in the middle because the photographer was there and it wasn't wide enough for me to get in there, but I was still able to run and get it from the side and get a shot that's obviously clean, and it's not jerky, it's not jittery, it is just smooth and looks like it's on a gimbal, and it's very usable. So the IBIS is a game changer. You don't need a gimbal. If you want long shots, obviously a gimbal is going to give you a smoother shot, but for the most part, you can shoot a whole wedding with the Panasonic S1H and you don't have to bring a gimbal. It eliminates gear. You just show up with your camera, your lens, and that's pretty much it. I actually have a few friends that shoot with Panasonic cameras and they shoot the whole thing handheld, no gimbal, and that's a big benefit. The less things you have to carry and bring, the more you can capture, the more freedom you have. You don't have to worry about where's that gear, where can I set this down. It's just your camera, the lens, just go out and shoot. So the IBIS is definitely a benefit. Now the third thing, which a lot of cameras are starting to come out with nowadays, and the S1H has, is dual SD card slots. You never know when one card can go wrong. You might get home one day and you want to put it to save the files as soon as you get home, and the SD card can be corrupted for some reason, somehow it can happen. So the fact that it has dual SD card slots for weddings, it is crucial because it's once in a lifetime. If you ruin that, you're pretty much, I don't know what's the word for it, but you don't want that to happen. So definitely the dual SD card slot on the S1H is helpful. Back it up, and you should be solid. The fourth benefit to this camera is 6K. A lot of you guys might be saying, why would you shoot 6K in a wedding? I don't shoot 6K myself except for this one particular reason, and I feel like a lot of you guys will probably do it, or you guys are already doing it if you guys have the S1H. And that is for ceremony. I shoot the whole wedding at 4K 60, but when it comes to ceremony, I shoot it at 6K. First of all, the files are not big and my computer can handle it. The reason why I do that is because in post, I'm able to crop in and have different type of focal ranges within the 6K. Obviously, if you shoot at 4K, you can crop, but you're limited. In 6K, you have a lot of different options and it's not gonna ruin the quality. And it's just for ceremony. It has a limited recording within this camera, so you don't have to worry about the camera not recording because the time limit ran out. It has a limited recording and you have 6K. And for ceremonies, that's something where I will tell you guys to shoot at, because as I mentioned, you're able to crop in and have different type of focal ranges when it comes to post, and it just makes the video that much more epic. And now the last benefit to this camera, the fifth, is dual native ISO. You guys already know that in weddings, you're shooting basically from day to night. So you have a lot of flexibility. You can shoot in low light. The other benefit of this camera with dual native ISO is you can leave your lights at home. You don't have to bring lights and set it up. Now, if you guys want to because you guys love the look, then you guys can, but you don't need it. So already with this camera is you don't need a gimbal. Now you don't need to bring any lights. The benefit of this S1H with dual native ISO and everything that I mentioned is you're basically a photographer. You know how, I don't know if you guys feel the same way as I do, but when you're shooting weddings, don't you guys get jealous as a photographer that just comes in with 2 cameras or 1 camera on straps and that's it? We're over here like, man, we gotta bring a gimbal, we gotta bring lights, we gotta bring all these different type of things. Well, the S1H allows you to eliminate a lot of things. It allows you to eliminate gimbal, and for dual native ISO, lights, because the camera works and it's really great when it comes to low light. Overall, those are the 5 benefits to this camera. Of course, I'm not gonna talk about image quality because I provided that in this video. You guys already know the images that come out of the S1H are amazing. Colors, everything, dynamic range, and this camera just has it all besides the autofocus. But again, if you guys really want an autofocus camera, this is not the right camera for you. The only thing I will say when it comes to this camera is just make sure you guys know or practice when it comes to manual focus, because you could miss shots if you guys are not familiar with racking focus and whatnot. So besides that, if you guys know how to shoot in manual, then this camera is going to be the ultimate camera when it comes to weddings. Again, you could basically be a photographer. I know we all want to be that person where we can just go with a camera and capture outstanding images. With the S1H, you can. You do not have to worry about bringing a gimbal. You do not have to worry about bringing lights. If you guys want to bring those, you can, obviously, to maximize it, but again, you don't need them when it comes to this camera. That is a benefit to this camera. So anyways, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys like this video. Now, if you guys want me to cover other things when it comes to weddings, feel free to leave a comment below. Me and my girl have a separate page. I don't really want to make my channel all over the place, but at the same time, I do want to help you guys, and I know a lot of you guys probably shooting weddings as well, so want to just bring this video out. So that's pretty much it. Like this video if you guys found it helpful. Subscribe if you guys are new here. Always appreciate it. And if you guys made it this far, you guys are the MVP. Appreciate you guys a lot. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, guys.
You're my sunshine every morning, light up every moment, make my every dream come true. Oh, I can't describe it. Took my tongue and tied it, sent my heart over the moon. It come fly away with me. Imagine all the things that we could see. Yeah, don't you know that life's a dance? Come take my hand and fly